Hello, gorgeous, beautiful people. Welcome back to another episode of Being Sexy and Playing Video Games. We're going to be continuing the Roottrees Are Dead Roottreemania with this third episode. I got back from hanging out with my friend at her job, Benihana. And I'm going to be eating a bunch of Las Vegas rolls because they were so freaking good. What just happened? I thought I got flashbanged. I'm gonna have to use a fork because I'm gonna be typing on my computer. The doy. Look. Yummy. I already ate one. Well, half. I gave one to my brother to try it. Okay. Let's fucking continue. We got 16 locked in. It's awkward with a fork. I might as well just use my left hand. Okay. We're coming in. Okay, we have the kids. Okay, there was one. Crocodile. Okay. Yeah, remember. He had a daughter. Graduation. Mary Webb. Have I looked up Mary Webb? Or her mom? Let me try the mom first. Colleen Webb. Oh wow. Oh, I should later. Huh. A Mary Webb in San Diego has a website called Web on the Web. Apparently it's a personal travel diary that also doubles as an advertisement for a travel agency. There are descriptions of Mary's services, including booking flights. She's a travel agent. Travel diary. But she has a travel agency. True. Including booking flights and cruises. Almost all of them involve extremely niche audiences. It seems Mary is the #1 agent when it comes to booking spiritual vacations aboard ghost ships and in specific hotel rooms that are said to be haunted. She also has a dedicated section for more traditional modern cruises that cater to specific groups, such as fans of boy bands. In the diary entry, she talks about the trip she's personally taken and uses that as an opportunity to feature descriptions of amenities, and excursions that the ship offers, even when you're on them to see a specific band or ghost. There's also pictures of ships, hotels, and landmarks and places she's visited, as well as a picture of Mary herself with the ship in the background. One of her diary entries actually mentions the day that the photos were taken. She was allowed onto the ship on a port day in San Diego with the professional photographer she knows. The photo of Mary has been added to her evidence. Ooh, she's so cutie. Web on the Web, paranormal travel agency. She's apparently found a niche booking vacations for lovers of the strange and unknown. A ghost ship from the 1800s. It was lost at sea and turned up without any crew several years later. Nobody knows exactly what happened, but fans love to tour and come up with their own paranormal theories. A company called Corporate Composition Photography is listed on the top left. We're gonna look up her little website first. Nothing. Oh, it's a website, so nothing to do. Just copy that. Or I could have just directly done it. Silly me. Nothing. Okay. Don't matter. Corporate composition. It's a photography studio that was listed on a few different sites for business in San Diego. It seems to have been possible to hire them to take professional quality photos for businesses of all sorts. As far as you can tell, it appears to no longer exist. The company is also mentioned on a photography site with some IRC chat logs. It seems like the site is the personal page of a member of the IRC photography channel. They have archives of logs they've been having since 93. One of them was from 96 when Val, the former head photographer for corporate composition photography, did a Q&A with their users about taking pictures for promotional materials and print ads. Most of the questions and answers are pretty technical They not only seem irrelevant but generally go over your head. One of the questions, however, mentions that Val was on the cover of Telephoto and asks about Iraq. The question was quickly shut down by the person running the Q&A, who says Val does not wish to answer any questions from his photojournalism days, nor does he wish to talk about LBP. Please keep this on the subject of commercial photograph. What am I hearing right now? Nothing. What if I look up? Okay. I don't know. Okay. How about I want to look up oh OBP? Telephoto. What the hell? Copy. It's a periodical for sure. Yes! Okay, her name. Val? Iraq? No, Iraq didn't work. Former head photographer. So if I look up maybe this? Would it be far-fetched to say that Val could be her sister? No. Okay, then nothing. Maybe it's like her full name. Maybe Val does not have nothing to do with web, just photographer. Okay, so I'm wrong. But at least we have this. Travel agent. Because we have her. She's not, I don't think she's married. Who knows? I have one. Technically we only have one because we don't have any other pictures. We got lucky with Frank. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to confirm that I was the. I'm pretty sure it's Mary because, yeah. Mary is the only name we really know about the daughter who he was trying to sneak in for. Fine, let's look at Mark Clementine again. What if I look up Mary? Okay, we already looked up Mary Webb, but we didn't look her up on that one website. This one. No, fucking nothing. Boring. Okay, I don't know. I'll paste that. Ooh. Oh, fuck it. Hold on. So like this real quick. Boring. Or Val. Fuck it. I think the sister has to be. Wait, what if it's Valerine? Oh. Because it would be her full name. One would assume. It was the photo. God damn it. She was on cover of it. He said. That's to be important. One of the questions mentions that Val was on the cover of the rack. From his photo journal. LBP. LBP? I already look up LBP. Oh my god. When searching for LBP, you get a wide variety of results. LBP seems likely to stand Lebanese pound, lower back pain, left chest pain, Louisiana Board of Pharmacy, Long Beach Peninsula. Some businesses also have the acronym. Lynch Building Plastics, Luxury, Vital Photography. Could be photography. But it mentioned Iraq. Lexington Business Payroll. Laura's Bras and Panties. Hell yeah. JK, I'm not trolling. Hold on, I'm gonna look them all up. Oh shoot. Alright. Red base, okay. None of these look good. I'm gonna look up this one though. Okay. Let's jump to photography. Photography business, which isn't a good start. Unfortunately, it seems like it's located in Ireland, and its owner's named Nicholas. He goes by Nick Luxury, but you doubt that's his real name. It's very unlikely that this is related to what you're looking for. Okay. Something popped up though. Logline. This one probably. Small publisher in California that is limited edition runs of movie scripts. None of the books seem related to your search. One of them is for the big screen adaptation of the puzzle game Fog. I'll look that up. Video game, puzzles, errors in the game. The place was to bring back jigsaw pieces. Nothing. Okay, so we did payroll. Oh, there's Lincoln Baby's photography. I didn't see that. Lincoln Baby's photography seems like a solid lead as it mentions a Val, an award-winning photographer on the page. It's a business in Beacon, New York, and on the site has a picture of a baby and a camera captioned with Cam Lincoln reaching for his namesake. I guess he takes after his father, Val. Oh, at the bottom the website says copyright 98 to 99. The picture's been added to your evidence. Wow, I just saw a baby. Oh, what if she was like an eye? Lincoln Baby. Cam Lincoln takes after his father. Val could just be a guy. Wait, but they said 2 daughters earlier. Oh. What the? None of these look like anything. Okay. And the baby is Cam Lincoln. And then this last name is Lincoln. And this one has this. Oh, no, wrong photo. But now we can look up Val Lincoln. That's weird. Why does she not want to talk? Why would, I don't know, he? They said he. Why would he not want to talk about that? Hold on. Val does not wish to answer any questions, nor does he wish to talk about LBP. Interesting. Val Lincoln. Was featured in telephoto the cover, which featured one of his photos, as well as portions of the article have been added to your evidence. Into the Storm, Val Lincoln's War on a War. top photos of Photography magazine. This 92 issue focuses on the photos of Val Lincoln, a photographer who went overseas during Desert Storm. He won the Sepia Award for photojournalism. Specifically for the photo on the cover, Val got his start in high school when he took a photography class because, in his own words, he couldn't decide what else to do and thought it would be the best career in the world to shoot for Playboy, but he quickly found he had a knack for it and began to skip lunches and his free periods to spend more time in the darkroom. After graduating, he tried to pivot to landscape photography, but he didn't have any passion for it. It was much better when I'm trying to tell the story of a person or an object. He got lucky when a photographer mentor of his who was going overseas to cover the war decided to take a chance on him. Most people wouldn't call it lucky to go to an active war zone for no pay, but he bought my plane tickets, my meals, and even pulled some strings so we could rush my passport. Clementine. For someone that had never had a real job or even left California, it was a hell of a break. Val was only 19 at the time and shot the photo that won him an award the third night he was there. The photo depicts Lisa Clementine, who lost an arm. Val is hubby. Val and Lisa Clementine. Val. Veteran. Oh. Well, your baby. Lisa, who had lost an arm in Operation Desert. Whoa, I didn't realize. According to the article, women were not subject to direct combat, and Lisa was in a vehicle at the time. The vehicle had to pull over suddenly when the road ahead was partially destroyed, and she and a fellow soldier were severely injured by a landmine. Val says, I ran into Lisa just after her surgery and took this picture. Then, until she shipped out, I kept finding excuses to go back and take more pictures of her. I guess it was fate, because that's the photo that won me an award, got me into your magazine, and also led to my engagement. Just earlier this week, she agreed to become Mrs. Lincoln. Awesome. But yeah, she has the old last name. And could she have been oh, but now we have her name. Lisa Clementine. Let's see. Okay. La. I wonder why she wouldn't want to mention. I guess because of the restraining order, huh? He wouldn't want to talk about his wife. Maybe. He knows. Or had it. I want to. But I don't know who she is. She's not an artist. Army? Is that a one? Actor, author, baby cashier, CEO, chef, construction, comedian, director, driver, farmer, media, military. There we go. So we have 1, 2, 3. I need one more. Christine Ferroa. Okay, I'm gonna figure out. We're almost okay. We finished this tree. It? That's pretty good. We're almost done here. We're almost done with this one. We're done with this one. It was pretty good progress. We got 3 in 1. But we're about to finish one whole thing. Wait, but I don't know. Okay, Mary Beth Quaker. We're gonna have to look up Mary again. Mary. New Edison. Published before she changed her name. Maybe I could find out something about this. Okay. Just look it up myself. Okay, so same thing. Oh, god damn it. Damn it. There's an email address at the bottom of this. New Edison. We have so many magazines, it's so hard. Oh my god. I already have pictures of Miracle, but what if his name is just Edison? Oh. That's not an option. I felt like I'm New Edison Records. Same thing. Okay. I feel like it up here. I had quite a lot. Okay, it seems that New Edison Records and Modern Music Monthly had quite a lot of overlap. There are countless advertisements for various covers of popular songs, and they all start to blend together. When you scan the results for anything other than an advertisement, you do find a very brief blurb from when New Edison was sued by Edison Records. By the time the magazine had covered it, it seemed that the lawsuit was settled out of court and New Edison was destined to shut down. The owner, who went by Sterling Edison, said he'd likely create a new record company, but there's no evidence anywhere that he did. And that was the last mention of him in MMM. Sterling. Oh. But hers was Quaker. I'm so confused. So is his name actually Sterling Edison? Me? Really? New Edison Records. I have New Edison Records. New Edison created in the 40s. Edison Records was one of the first record labels named after Thomas Edison. The history of the company seems very unimportant, except for the potential lawsuit they filed in 1949. Website about lawsuits mentions this as a fun case because the name of the lawsuit was actually the biggest problem for the person being sued. A record producer who called himself Edison was immediately outed as not actually being named Edison. Edsel was a German last name, and at the time of the founding of the company, the U.S. was at war with Germany. The company's founder immediately settled to try to get the case sued away, but the damage was done. So is it Edsel? Sterling Edsel? I'm gonna look up this. Maybe that pulls up the website. Yeah. Website about law search. So at least we got his name now. Sterling Edsel. Where would they just get? Where would Clementine even come from? Oh, wait, no, that doesn't make sense. Where did they get Clementine from? Quaker, and then she turned Clementine. What if his name is Edsel? No. I don't know, maybe that makes sense. Whatever, you have 3. Rare, we got 3. Okay, I'm gonna take a minute to eat some. BRB. Okay, I didn't eat anything, I just peed, but not back. I feel like this is locked in, we just need one more. I haven't been looking at Frank. Ugh. Can I look this up? Sweetwater. No mention of dad. Joker. He survived by Ophelia. Oh my god, as well as his 2 daughters, Barb and Sharon. How did I see that? Did I not add that? Barb and Sharon. Barb and Sharon? Okay. Okay. Barb Williams is a motivational speaker, and she has a website that explains the services she offers. Her company address is listed as Coconut Grove, Florida. The flyer has been added to your evidence. Cute. Of our coming anniversary with Barb Williams. Her story will surprise you, uplift you, then energize you. A lesson, book Barb for corporate retreats, church, da da da. This flyer includes 3 different testimonials from Greta Jones from the Weekly, Vic Amundsen from the World Gazette, and Isabel Crosby, the superintendent of Benton County. So guess what? We're going to look that up. There's no Kikiwa Falls anywhere in the world that you can find. The closest thing is New Zealand. So a man appears. Chris Elmsworth has invented a small town newspaper as a conceptual art piece. The Gazette is a series of online articles about small restaurants, shows, and other tourist attractions all across the United States. It is presented as a monthly newspaper of small town America. Like me, then. What makes the Gazette a bit strange is that amongst the articles detailing real locations are occasional stories that present outlandish, inflammatory concepts in extremely mundane ways. For example, on the homepage right now is an article entitled "Mermaids Strike Back Against Lobster Farms" that, using very dry language, details the idea that the mermaids in Maine have begun to unionize in support of better benefits. There are no punchlines, and the articles are not marked any different from the rest. Unfortunately, each current issue of the paper is presented on the homepage. There are no archives of older issues. Okay. Greta Jones is, according to a flyer in your possession, the morning news anchor for Channel. Unfortunately, has no online web presence whatsoever. You do find it listed on a giant list of television call signs next to the city Springfield under the heading Effingham County. You may need to do a deeper dive on a specific city and state to see if any locals have discussed news in the area. 2 different counties in the United States. One is in Georgia, and you'll probably need to append a state name to your search. We're gonna try Georgia. Probably the second one. It's always the second one. Georgia. There's a Springfield and Effingham. Thank you. Oh, but if there's news, right, it would pop up like, oh, maybe like that, you know? I'm gonna paste it. Can I just control P? Oh, yeah. Oh. Mama. Illinois. Oh. It is not. Springfield is the capital of Illinois, but after perusing some of the results, you find that it is not located in Effingham County. So it's Georgia, man. What? I'm so confused as to what I'm supposed to do. Anywho. Won't it hurt? Wait. Barb. Wait, Sharon? Barbara? I'll add the picture in a second. I just want to see if Sharon pops up. They were in Miami, I'm pretty sure. Right! Oh my god. Sharon. So maybe both of them would pop up here. Okay, so. Fuck me then. Okay. Suck her in. Nothing happened, so fuck me. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Shouldn't that work? I have 4. Oh, my drink is... Bro, I have 4. Web? Oh my god. No? Wait, yeah, why did she have her dad's last name still? I thought the mom got a restraining order and changed her names. Okay, now I gotta look up Bill Sims again to confirm me. Billy Sims. So it must have been on the Clementine. This one should be in it. Oh, the Piquet one. No. Oi. That's it. What the hell? I'm pretty sure. Unless they're both, they still both have the dad's name. But, did I say her last name? Mary Webb. Is it Webb? I'm put Clementine. They're original? Oh, you're right. No, I'm wrong. What the hell? Because it's like the first name they had. Clementine. They both had Clementine first. Okay, well, BRB again, because what the hell? I don't know what I'm missing here. Alright, I'm back. But, we're gonna go to Springfield, Georgia. I'm stupid, I don't know why I didn't think. Okay, when you refine your search to television in and around Springfield, Georgia, and come across a website that lists different channels available there. The list seems to only feature broadcasts with female news anchors. The person who runs the website has ranked each using 3 categories, none of them relevant to journalism. Ass, butt, and face. One of the entries is Channel 12. The news anchor is listed as Greta Flores. Wait. My first spill on my mouse pad. Damn it, I'm never gonna eat on it again. I'm gonna... Greta? Wait, am I tripping? Original name was Greta Flores. I don't know if that's gonna do anything. Greta Flores is a news anchor who apparently used to go by Greta Jones before her divorce. Compared to the ordeal you've gone through to simply figure out her current name, it's way easier than you expect to find that she has a website of her accomplishments. She is apparently the MC for an all-female speaking tour in 1997. The tour was called Storytellers of Sisterhood, the Mothers and Daughters of Earth. You do research on it. It seems some of those stories were compiled into a book titled as 25 Stories of Sisterhood by Ayla Hale. Let me get some. I'm sorry, this is so nasty. Hell. There's an anthology of stories told on a different Storytellers of Sisterhood tours. It contains direct transcripts of the most well-received stories told on stage. Ayla Hale is the editor, not the sole author. One of the stories by Barb Williams has been added to your evidence. Barb Williams! Wait. How do we start? With Georgia from her flyer. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, how are they tied? I see now. I thought there was going to be a picture. Barb Williams had the transcript of a story she told on stage, published in a book. The first part of the story focuses on 2 16-year-old girls. My sister Sherry was a brat, always sulking, often disobedient, never on time. She borrowed things without asking and even ran away from home, only to sneak back the next day like nothing had changed. My daughter Sharon, on the other hand, was a beautiful person. She had excellent marks in school and was intensely artistic and creative, and even volunteered at an animal rescue. Barbara. It's about us. Wait, Sherry and Sharon? Doesn't make sense. She continues to tell stories of the 2 girls until she shifts narrative. The beauty and the brat. What's the difference between Sherry, the brat, and Sharon, the beauty? Is it nature, nurture, a better education, different opportunities? The answer is nothing. There's no difference because my sister and my daughter are the same girl. Whoa! Oh! What? My sister was a brat. My daughter. Oh. My sister's a brat. Huh? Are you Barbara? You are Barbara, but maybe you're this one. Cause what the hell are you talking about? My daughter. Wait, which one? My sister Sherry was a brat. My daughter Sharon. What? Whose POV is this from? My story is by Barb Williams. By Barb, my sister, my daughter. She's right here. Okay, probably. She continues to tell stories of the two girls until she shifts in the narrative. What's the difference? Because my sister and my daughter are the same girl. Barb reveals that her daughter was the result of an unexpected pregnancy when she was only 15. I met a boy at a county fair. Unlike us, he lived in a nice part of town. He went to a good school to a teenage girl. It felt like a fairy tale. But there were boxes all over his house. He was moving in 3 days. Those 3 days were heaven to me. The final night, he surprised me. He told me he could actually see me again soon. He planned to return to visit his grandparents. I thought I was giving him a reason to keep his promise. I never saw him again. And when I finally got desperate enough to ask around, a friend told me he hadn't even given me his real last name. Whoa. Barb also talks about when she found out she was pregnant. I was convinced my life was over, but my parents, they took charge. I had to live at home and work a part-time job, but they removed the burden of motherhood. I managed to scrape out a degree in English, and as far as my daughter was concerned, I was her much older sister. There is no difference. They are the same person. They literally are the same girl. Sherry the brat and Sherry the beauty. No wonder. I was like, that doesn't make sense. Duh, they are. Oh my god, they're sisters. Why didn't I click that? That they're sisters. So she is older. Yeah, so she's right there. What? Barb uses the story to come to a conclusion. When I was younger, I thought my sister was the brat, and I wasn't wrong, but she ran away from home to work at that animal shelter. She borrowed my clothes for presentations at school, and her creativity allowed her to open up Sherry's hair. Ooh, I'm gonna look that up. Copy. Spec search. There's a Sherry's hair in Orlando. The owner of the business is listed as Sherry. Sherry has a large van, and on weekends can bring the stuff, Brittany, Christina, or even the Rachel to your door. The About Sherry section is very, very long and presented as one paragraph, almost a run-on sentences and no pictures. You get the sense that if she were to do your hair, she'd be doing a lot of talking. It mentions that her husband Pete was her late husband's college roommate. Whoa! She and he had never spent any significant time together until she became a widow, and they built a charity together. They left the charity behind because it was going beyond their ability to run it. So her most recent husband is Pete Kakakatara. Peter Y. Sharon Williams, and she is a hairdresser. And now I need to find the old husband. She also brags about her kids, Tony, Mark, and Cricket. Her oldest, Tony, seems to get the short end of the stick. His two listed accomplishments are that he's the oldest and he's a straight A student. Mark, on the other hand, has multiple baseball accomplishments. Apparently, his little leagues team is nationally recognized. So, oldest here would be Tony. Oh, Anthony. We wouldn't know the last name. This one's Mark. Was it Mark? I don't know. Mark was spelled weird. Mark. And he's probably a student. And the most recent one's a baby, probably. Cricket. Is it a nickname? Or is it real? Oh my god, it's real. Okay, apparently his little league team is nationally recognized. Cricket York is near the end. And has an entire section dedicated to her. She's an actress on a local television show called Liberty Library, and the reason Sherry relocated from Miami to Orlando. Sherry, in addition to being hireable to come to do your due, is a stylist for the show. The passage also mentions that her agent recommended they change her last name to York since it was easier to pronounce. The rest of the section describes how she got the part, but it seems unimportant to research. Okay, so Her last name is Yas. Oh, right, my bad. And she is an actor. Anthony. So these are grown people. He's probably an athlete. Do we have an athlete? No. Governors, preacher, pro athlete. I guess. Sure, pro athlete, whatever. Anthony has what going for him? Probably college students. It's probably college student because he's the oldest, so. And these people already have actual careers. So we're gonna look up Cricket York. Liberty Library is a children's show filmed on a studio in Orlando, Florida. It has been on the air since '91. In the show, multiple adults and children interact with different animal puppets in a small town called Liberty. Unlike some other popular shows involving non-human performers, this one isn't funded by the public. Instead, it's paid for by donations from businesses related education to you. Related to education, this includes textbook manufacturers like Arithmetic, tutoring companies such as and a few well-known publishers of picture books. From what you can find, it's syndicated in a few markets across the southern United States and in New Hampshire for some reason. Like most of other children's entertainments, many of those that grew up with it tend to have fond memories. That works in your favor because the show has been documented by a few fan sites. There's even a Liberty Library web ring, though it only has 3 entries. You click through the sites in the ring and find that Cricket York joined the cast in '97 at age 5 and is still listed as a current cast member. Oh, so she's a baby though. A little kid. A picture of Cricket from one of the first episodes has been added to your evidence. So she's only 7 now. Tutoring service, they have a deal with Liberty Library and feature pictures of the actors. According to the site, they actually provide tutoring for all the actors and actresses on the show to accommodate their shooting schedules, included Cricket York, who is seen in a photo labeled Cricket, and her brother is ready to learn from one of our talented tutors. You don't find much about blah blah blah, except that there seems to be a small subsection of Liberty fans who are deeply unsettled by the company's logo, which would appear after the credits on each episode. One writes, I was terrified of the little girl in the logo. She looked like some kind of demon doll, and I'd race to the TV every day to switch it out before a creepy laugh came on. Not funny. They were news last year when a primetime news program did a full comparison of their fourth and fifth edition textbooks. Schools were complaining that the 2 editions seemed remarkably similar. The air was charging double for it. Jesus. The news program announced that between the 2 books, there were only 16 total changes. The most noticeable was that the cover was changed from a picture of a water droplet creating concentric rings on a lake to a close-up of a feather. The other 15 were all instances of changing 4th to 5th. This even led to a geometry problem where the book asked students to calculate the 5th side of the rectangle. Nobody associated with seems to be related to my search. Cool. That's funny though. That's her alone. The theme of that episode tackled why some people needed glasses. Nerd. There's an advertisement for a private tutor company called This Little Cricket and Her Brothers. There we go. But we don't know their actual first name. So we're gonna... You're the older, you're the youngest. I don't want to add it yet, because I know she's probably gonna fix me up. Clement? Alright, so Lisa. MBT lost her limb and is restored. She runs a support group for fellow veterans in Beacon, New York. She makes another appearance listed as a professor at West Point. Okay. So that's what it was. She is not a fucking military anymore. She is a professor. And that did it. Pretty good for 44 minutes. Not gonna lock in because I have a couple. Mm-hmm. Oh! I figured out the dad. Oh.
Hey there, it's us. So, I just have to say, the work you're doing here is fantastic.
So fantastic, in fact.
There goes Clark. Always the bad cop. Go ahead.
Well, our law firm, Ruby Legal Enterprises, is having trouble keeping up. They're actually begging us to stop submitting new root trees. They said it's getting difficult to verify your progress.
Isn't it run by that lady Ruby, who's also an orphan? I feel like she's gonna be the secret. She's gonna be a secret root tree too.
Well, consider that a good thing. I told Clark you'd get results.
She says that like I didn't believe her. Regardless, the bad news is it's going to take 5 potential tree additions before anyone locks in from now on. Good luck.
And keep up the good work.
I don't even know. This thing is so fucking good. Okay. I won't finish it until I figure out one more. Five more, whatever. Well, I need their names either, so. Maybe I can look up Peter Yes. In Florida. Maybe there's an article about her in Miami. Okay. I don't know what I'm trying to figure out. Oh yeah. Fuck it, I'll just type the name because I clearly can't remember it. Yas, Trze. I forgot his name. Peter. Yas, Trze. Peter, Yas, Trze. Emski. Maybe I could look up. What's her name? Sharon Williams. Fuck me. Who knows? Like, wait, she's not a teen. They're from Miami. Nothing. So far we have one. I'm gonna come. I don't even know what's going on here. Okay. Technically we finished 1, 2, 3. Of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pretty good, except these are tiny. 3 out of 9. Okay. Doing it. Or look around. We are big. So, big revelation. This picture is not that old. So So I assumed when you're an actor they're really old. I forget kids get exploited. Okay. So we know she's the daughter. And I don't know. Where was he? This is where we started. We looked up Greta. We got her old name. We looked up this. We looked up this. And we have not looked up her? We looked up this, but we didn't look up her. I don't remember. The where the quarantine's personal own page is apparently one of 3 brothers. All 3 of them are contributors to the whatever. He tends to focus more on Southeast or whatever. He had seen Barb talk more than once on this particular occasion. Barb's talk was at a very large church, and it was clear she was an expert on matching the presentation of her concepts for any particular crowd. Oops. Oh. Oh. Okay. My bangs are crazy. For any particular crowd, because she received a standing ovation. Barb started with the story about loss, specifically the loss of a bicyclist who had been hit by a car. She spoke about the death of any person as a darkness in their loved ones, a cold, empty void that begins to creep into a space where there was once light, because the light could never return exactly how it was once. She says the only option is to nurture new sources of light and help fight back the darkness. Her conclusion was that finding the hidden meanings in tragedy is the most important thing we can do. She used multiple biblical comparisons and finished by looping back around to her initial story and how she personally began to come around to this ideology. The biker who died was her son-in-law, and the Lanes Across America charity was created to fill the newfound darkness her daughter experienced. The charity, was the light that began to fill the void, and she was doing everything she could to help nurture it. Lanes Across America, or LAA, is a charity focused on adding bike lanes to major cities. The pages and pages of news articles that mention Lanes Across America have similar summary in them. LAA, formerly LAM, was founded in 1987 after the death of Drew Smith. Drew was biking home from work when he was hit by a car. Each year since, Lanes Across America has grown, and they now have offices in over 12 major metropolitan areas, including Miami, where the charity began. The website of the charity has a picture of Drew. The photo has been added to your evidence, so we're not going to look up. Oh, that did not remember that. Lanes Across America. Smith? No, they don't. Whoa. Hey! Tap of a picture. She's married. A partial wedding photo from the website for a charity called Lanes Across America. The rest of the wedding party is cropped out. The charity was founded after the death of Drew Smith, who was featured in the photo. Oh, that's so sad. So, these kids are Smith. Oh. So now we have 1, 2, 3. We just need mom. If he was the best friend, he's probably the best man. He's probably in that picture as well. Fuck. Sharon Williams. Sharon Smith. Okay, fuck me. America. LAM. Lanes Across. Miami. Fuck me. Oh my god. According to the dictionary results that pop up today, you learn that the word LAM means to hit someone. Apparently, lamb is too common of a word to provide you with any. Lanes Across Miami. Yes! Searching for Lanes Across Miami does narrow down the pages of articles you found earlier to only those with a more in-depth history about the charity. You find some additional information. LAM was formed in 87, became LAA in 94. It was founded by Sharon Smith after the death of her husband. Sharon and some other board members stepped down in 92, and the current leadership took over. One of the oldest articles has a full and cropped version of the same wedding photo. It seems that after Sharon left LAM, they began to crop her. and the rest of the wedding party out of the photo to focus solely on Drew, who is the face of the charity. The full photo has been added to your inventory. Oh my god, fuck all y'all. Yes. That's best buddy. Oh my god, and that's the mom. This is fucking perfect. Let's add Mamach. Let's add Papich. I'm saying that too. And now we should be done. Oh my god. Let's log on it. Okay. Oh, I need 5. Oh, 5. I'm now so excited. Also, I already ate the sushi roll. I finished that just a second ago. Oh my god, we finished the whole tree. I know it's done though. Okay. We need one more. Okay, give me a minute while I start fucking sleuthing around the past again. Cause this one was good. Now I gotta fucking do this. Okay, barely. Okay, I have more development going on here. Like, this branch is almost done. But says like she's just a okay. She is the mom of these 2 kids. But there's no picture of Garland and Steve at Semi's age. There's no picture of them both together. So I don't know how I'm going to be able to find her picture. But Cicely Sanchez was an author. So I feel like a picture of her, like, you know, it'll be easier to find her. So I'm going to lock in on my Cicely search from earlier. Because she had that red herring. But I don't think it's like it's nothing. I don't think it's just like fully red herring. I feel like the Picoty, whatever magazine with the fish, was kind of a red herring, like the fish, but with the fish on the cover. But all. But conspiracy. Guy Hudson. Singer parties. And that no party had taken place. Oh, for his death? Wait, whose death? The fact has led some people to speculate that the night he died in a car crash, he was drunk or impaired in some way. He died in a car crash. Okay, so I'm gonna look up. Although the Butler County does not archive their obituaries they did in 1982 about Guy Hudson and his wife Patricia dying in a car accident. I forgot they died. The story itself is surprisingly light on relevant details due to the recency of the accident. Police reported that the crash was caused by an unidentified driver who swerved in front of Hudson's car, causing them to brake hard and veer off the interstate. Although Guy was a somewhat controversial president, the foul play is not suspected. There were witnesses reported that the vehicle which instigated the wreck was speeding, swerving between lanes, and cutting other drivers minutes before the accident. It could have been any one of us who eventually ran off the road. He'd only been the president for 4 years. So it might not be irrelevant. Though I already read this. Interesting. Sanchez. Sanchez. This one? She had been commissioned to write for Guy Hudson. The magazine and Cicely herself were immediately issued a cease and desist. Why were they... Hold on. Why were they... Because of the thing, right? Because of the picture? Well, that's that. What about this? No. I want to look up... hold on. I guess I can do... Maybe... Ruby Spratt. Oh, I wish I could copy that. Ruby Spratt. Okay. Hold on. Ruby. Oh, I put 2 B's. Oh, don't. Okay, so fuck me. Hold on. want to be without a thought? I don't know, dude. Okay, so nothing. Fuck all that. Yeah, I know. It's been raw dogging it, so the kid probably has the last name. So just because kid. And they're chefs. They're old. He's old. They're old. They're young. Younger. Maybe they're a student. I feel like they're also students. No, but these are students. I have to be a little bit older. Maybe they're college students. These two. Well, this one has a picture. Oh, wait. Oh, it's not locked in yet. I was like, wait, I can put her picture. Okay. Give me a minute while I try to sleuth a little more again. Buddy. Okay, so it's not. Okay, what if I, hold on. I think that website one again. How about the fish? Thank you. What is the title? Bass Elbub. Oh my god. Oh. Nothing. Okay. So, whatever. See? Remember earlier when I think. Ooh. Wait. Oh, show the order one. Yeah, this one, right? Oh, wait. Oh yeah, I forgot the Mayan thing. Wait, maybe this can bring us something new too. Nothing. You brought something new. Seems to have been discovered by the masses. Gone are the art pictures of his cousins. Instead, it's a list of questions that people keep emailing him. The most relevant ones are the following: are you the son of Clark Rafferty? Yes, but I didn't grow up with him. I don't remember, and people like Guy Hudson and Ernie Madsen. My dad and I get along, but obviously we aren't that close. Did you ever meet the Roottrees? I used to know the Roottrees, but never the sisters. I was in the office sometimes when I was a kid, and I definitely met Guy Hudson before he died, but I don't remember. My memory is weird. It's hard to know what I actually remember or what I only think I do because I have pictures. For example, I have a photo from when I was 5, and in the office when my dad and Guy was there. I made myself sick by eating chocolate, and some woman who I don't know cleaned my face. I don't know if my memories of that come from the picture or not. The photo has been added to your evidence. Ooh. How did you have proof of Ernie Madsen's heart condition? My dad told me in one of our phone calls. You spelled fiance wrong. I'm not good at spelling or writing. I'm good at painting and other art. Lulu is much better at spelling. Lulu? Oh, Chris Rafferty. Pause. Oh my god. I thought it was the dad, the bald one. Oh, that's so sweet. He called her Lulu. Oh my god, there's a picture of him. Oh my god, there's a picture. The younger one. Oh my god, no wonder I added one. And his dad. Oh my god, duh. Fucking duh. That makes sense. That's what that picture is. Guy Hudson and Ernie Madsen. Well, wait, the picture? Hold on. Guy was there. My dad. Oh my god, that's where the 2 extra photos come from. I thought I was like, I filled it out all the way. Until why is it gone? Whatever. Okay. And there's an extra picture. Guy. Okay. Random lady. Oh, so we didn't get anything, basically. Oh, wait. Had that other website I abandoned. Thomas Overwood's conspiracy page about the Roottrees. 8 months later, the page still exists and is thriving. The visitor counter has reached 7 digits. Many older articles have been replaced. It seems that the recent uprising of Roottrees news has left Thomas Overwood with a constant stream of events to base new theories on. More than one of his theories involve Roottree deaths being faked. According to Overwood, statistically, when you have this many high-profile people who have died in a family, the odds are that one of them faked their death. It's just math. This newfound focus on death faking seems to coincide with the post mentioning that he's begun believing the guy's not dead theory. In his own words, my eyes have been opened, and all of this is beginning to make too much sense. One of his posts details the belief that Ron Roottrees is still in charge, Gwen Roottrees' death was faked, and that Clark is only there to throw people off. Apparently, this allowed Ron to travel to France to develop their new candy recipe in secret. Another is about the rapper 5-Piece. He can't possibly be a Roottree. One of his first album songs, when he was performing under the devil name, actually mentioned that he wanted to have sex with Raina. Not even Sam Madsen is spared. According to Overwood, the author of 6 Pieces isn't real. Sam Madsen is an anagram for M. Madness. Bruh. They're purposely leaving hints for us. He claims that by using 6 Pieces with Lauren Rootree's book as a one-time pad, he has begun to decrypt the cipher. Most of the cipher has been seemed meaningless, but he managed to pick out the words people and vastness, and is working on figuring out what it means. There's also a request at the bottom. Next year, 2000, is a leap year, and Overwood is looking for funds and volunteers to catch the Rootrees red-handed in Operation RT-29. He specifically mentions not to volunteer if you've ever drunk Spirit Cola, but doesn't go into why. LOL. Look that up. Oh. The guy's not dead conspiracy. Oh! The article! From a website that focuses on the clues that the Rootrees have supposedly hid all over the place. This includes on candy wrappers and print advertisements and television commercials in their jingles, etc. etc. The story, according to the website, is that Guy Hudson was a terrible president of the Rootree Company and introduced multiple failed products. Something needed to be done that would put the company immediately and instantly back in the favor of consumers. So he killed off Guy Hudson and replaced him with the new president. This move immediately garnered sympathy, and the company recovered the next year, more popular than ever. The next president stayed much further out of the limelight, and some other people even theorized that he was simply Guy Hudson in an elaborate disguise, which is why he stopped appearing in public. The people who run the site are asking for help. They're certain that there's a clue of all of this that accidentally leaked in a banned article from the magazine Picotti. On their page, a scan of the magazine's cover, the interview with Cicely Sanchez about it, and some photos you may add up to. Okay, we're gonna do. Where's the chocolate one? Here we go. Lady. Dad. Bought dad. Guy. Bought that guy. Bought that guy kid. Kid. Bald dad. Guy. Woman. There's a woman in the picture. Okay. So she's definitely a woman. The pages are here. Hold on. But let me click this one. This photo is the first from a magazine interview with Cicely Sanchez and the Piketty. The issue of Piketty magazine that it came from was pulled from the shelves, but you managed to find it online. Piketty does not label its individual photos. Both photos were instead under the shared label. Cicely was provided these photos by the Rootree Company for use in her book. In the background of the photo, there is a Christmas tree. Oh, wait. She kind of looks like her, but that tree's gone. Wait, she kind of looks like this one. Wait. 2 pictures? No, I don't want to do it, because what if this is her? This is Guy. Right, because if they do look alike, and they are kind of wearing the same shirt. I feel like that is her. So who's this? Another woman? You're her. Weird. And I don't want to put her in because I know she has to be one of those two. Yeah. Another Zach and another guy. Okay, yeah, because I need to fill this one in. What is this guy? Husband. She's husband. He's husband of her because he was there in the picture. True that. Yeah, I doubt that's I doubt that the guy in the Christmas photo is her husband. No. They are married. But Cicely never mentioned her husband. And since Cicely was provided the pictures, it can't be Cicely. And Yeah, this makes sense. Did he get an extra picture? Already added yours. No, I didn't yet. I think. It's pretty good. Should I? No, I'll do her because she has 2 pictures, so. Oh! It is her. Just as things are getting good, we figured it out and we're done. Jesus, that's so many. We're gonna be here for a while, huh? I think that's it. Nope. Booyah. And that's it. Hey, we finished a line basically. But then you have to be her. And I think that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see y'all later. Look at this. We finished all this. Let me put that in there. Finished all this. This. And we just are missing these 3 extra ladies. La la la. I feel for this one. Wait, Sizzly? Wait. Why would... Maybe she's just... No, that wouldn't make sense. I don't know. I'm confused. What if Cicely is married? What if that is Cicely? But she was provided with the pictures. I don't know. We'll figure it out next episode. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see y'all later. Bye 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 bye.